Nara Yukino carried her grief. Hana was gone, vanished without a trace. Nara blamed herself, a silent, gnawing ache. She needed a new place, a blank canvas. Hoshinoa Academy promised this sanctuary. The train ride felt interminable, each click a step further from home. The academy gates loomed, ancient and forbidding. Her new uniform felt stiff, foreign. As she walked through the gates, a cold breeze whispered past her ears. This place felt different, profoundly so. Class 8C was at the end of a dim hallway. The air inside felt colder, carrying a musty scent. Desks were arranged in unnervingly neat rows. Miss Kirasawa, the homeroom teacher, stood at the front. Her smile never reached her eyes. A few days drifted by, deceptively normal. Then, Kenji Tanaka didn't come to school. His desk, usually cluttered, sat starkly empty. Miss Kirasawa mentioned he had transferred, suddenly. Nara found this odd, as if he had never existed. Not long after Kenji's erasure, Yumi Sato vanished. Her desk was empty, her chair pushed neatly beneath it. No one remembered her. It was as if she had never existed. Her presence wiped clean from the memories of her classmates and teachers. Nara felt a growing, suffocating dread. Each disappearance left a void, a chilling silence that echoed through the halls. This was a deliberate, terrifying pattern. The vanishings were not random. They were calculated, each one more unsettling than the last. Rei Tsukasa approached her, whispering, "You see it too, don't you?" His eyes were wide with fear, yet there was a glimmer of understanding, a shared recognition of the horror unfolding around them. He spoke of a curse, a dark force that had taken hold of their class, a malevolent blight on Class 8C. The curse was insidious, feeding on the students' fear and despair. The classroom, he said, is hungry. It devours those who are forgotten, erasing them from reality as if they never existed. The curse fed on students, erasing them from reality. Each disappearance was a sacrifice to the classroom's insatiable hunger. Only a select few, like Rei and Nara, seemed immune. They were the ones who remembered, the ones who could see the truth behind the vanishings. Nara's paranoia grew, coiling around her thoughts like a relentless serpent. Every shadow seemed to whisper her name, every creak of the floorboards a sinister omen. She felt eyes on her even when she was alone, and the weight of unseen gazes pressed heavily on her shoulders. She doubted her sanity, feeling isolated and trapped in a web of her own fears. The walls of her room seemed to close in, and the silence was deafening. She often found herself questioning what was real and what was a figment of her imagination. The school felt like a sentient, malevolent prison, its hallways echoing with the whispers of forgotten secrets. The flickering lights in the classrooms cast eerie shadows that danced mockingly, and the exterior of the building loomed ominously against the night sky. She documented everything in a secret journal, her only solace in the madness. By candlelight, she scribbled her fears and observations, hoping to make sense of the chaos. The journal became her confidant, a silent witness to her unraveling. Rei told her about the Mirror Night, a forbidden rite shrouded in mystery. The old tattered book they found spoke of ancient rituals and dark magic. Nara clung to the hope that this might be the key to understanding her torment. It might offer answers or a way to break the curse that seemed to bind her. The eerie symbols in the book hinted at powers beyond comprehension, and Nara's desperation grew. She spent hours contemplating in front of the mirror, wondering if it held the truth. The chosen night arrived with a violent storm, nature itself seeming to rage against the impending ritual. Lightning struck near the school, illuminating the dark clouds that swirled ominously overhead. The air was thick with tension and anticipation. They set up mirrors and lit candles, beginning the chant that would invoke the ancient powers. The room was filled with the flickering light of the candles, casting long shadows on the walls, their voices intertwined, growing louder and more urgent with each passing moment. Shadows writhed, and a face appeared in the mirror, screaming in silent agony. The reflection twisted and contorted, a horrifying visage that seemed to reach out from the glass. The air grew colder, and the room was filled with an otherworldly presence. The room plunged into chaos, and Rei vanished into the shadows. Furniture was overturned, and the once orderly space became a scene of utter disarray. As the last candle flickered, Nara was left alone, the silence more deafening than ever. Nara was alone in the oppressive darkness. The silence was deafening, and the shadows seemed to whisper secrets she couldn't quite grasp. She felt an overwhelming sense of dread, as if the walls themselves were closing in on her. Ray's disappearance shattered her last hope. She had been Nara's anchor, her only connection to a world that now felt distant and unreachable. The emptiness left by Ray's absence was a void that threatened to consume her entirely. She stumbled, finding an old photograph. It was dusty and worn, hidden away as if it held secrets of its own. The image it contained was hauntingly familiar, stirring memories she had long buried. In it, a girl who looked exactly like her stood with another identical girl. The realization hit her like a tidal wave. These were not just any girls, they were twins, bound by a fate she was only beginning to understand. Miss Kirisawa appeared, explaining the cursed history. Her voice was cold and detached, recounting tales of sorrow and loss that had plagued the school for generations. The weight of the curse was palpable, a heavy shroud that hung over them all. The classroom was built on a place of profound tragedy. It was a site where dreams had been shattered and lives had been lost. The very air seemed thick with the echoes of the past, a constant reminder of the pain that lingered. Nara realized she was Hana, a lingering fragment of her. The truth was both liberating and terrifying. She was not just a girl lost in the darkness. She was a part of something much larger, a story that had been unfolding long before her time. The curse had drawn Nara into its spectral domain. She felt herself being pulled into a realm where the lines between reality and nightmare blurred. It was a place of shadows and whispers where the past and present collided. Nara Hana looked at her fading hands, understanding her role. She was a bridge between worlds, a vessel for the memories and sorrows of those who had come before. Her existence was a testament to the enduring power of the curse. She was now truly and forever a whisper in the 8th class. Her presence would be felt, a silent guardian of the secrets that lay hidden within the walls of the school. Nara's journey had come full circle, and she embraced her fate with a quiet resolve.